I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a test question on derivatives of functions. The question here is, find the equation of tangents from 318 to y equals to minus x squared plus 6x plus 5. I hope you notice the word tangents. Now that clearly indicates that the point 318 may not be on the curve of this parabola. If the point is on the curve, you can only draw one tangent, not more than one, right? So let us test. If I substitute x equals to 3, I get the value of y as equals to minus 3 squared, which is 9, plus 6 times 3 plus 5, correct? Now, minus 3 squared is minus 9, minus 9 plus 18 is plus 9, and 9 plus 5 is 14, right? So the point on the curve is actually 314, not 318. So 318 is an external point. So what I'm trying to say here is that this parabola, which opens downwards, can be treated like this. And we have a point which is outside the curve of the parabola, from where we can actually draw two tangents. So we have a point here, so we could draw a tangent like this, let's say, and a tangent like this. And this point here is given to us as 318, right? So this point 318 is right there. So let's call this point as P. Now any point on this curve will have, we can have value in general, x equals to a, and if x is a, then y value will be minus a squared plus 6a plus 5, correct? And there is possibility of having two such points on the curve, which will result into two different tangents. So we'll find out the value of a, and then we will know really which are these points, correct? Once we know the points, we'll find equation of tangents. Now the strategy here is, we are given equation of the function, which is a parabola. Let's find the derivative. So derivative of this function is minus 2x plus 6. Now at x equals to a, the derivative of this function is going to be y dash at x equals to a is going to be minus 2a plus 6, correct? That is one thing. So derivative basically is the slope of tangent line. If I call the other point, this is my P, 318, and that's my point Q, which is on the parabola. In that case, what is the slope of PQ? Let's find slope of PQ with the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1, we can say 18 minus all this, which is minus a squared plus 6a plus 5 divided by 3 minus a, correct? So that is the slope between P and Q, where point Q is x value of a and y value will be minus a squared plus 6a plus 5, minus a squared plus 6a plus 5, correct? Now that gives you, let's simplify this, we get 18 plus a squared minus 6a minus 5 over 3 minus a. Now clearly these two slopes should be same, right? So y dash and MPQ should be same. So we can equate them and solve for a. So we can write this as, let me simplify this, a squared minus 6a, and 18 minus 5 is 13, right? So I'll write this as a square minus 6a plus 13, which is 18 minus 5, divided by 3 minus a, should be equal to minus 2a plus 6, the slope of the tangent on the curve where x is a. Let's solve this by cross multiplying. So we have a square minus 6a plus 13 equals to minus 2a plus 6 times 3 minus a. So we have a square minus 6a plus 13. If you open this, you get minus 6a plus 2a square. Multiplying by 6 gives us plus 18 minus 6a, right? Now let's bring all the terms together. Let me take them to the right side since we have 2a here. And as you can see, minus 6a, one of them gets cancelled. Okay. Now, bringing the terms together, we get 0 equals to, so we have 2a square minus a square. Then we have minus 6a plus 18 and minus 13 equals to 0. I mean, I've already written 0 on this side. So 0 equals to 2a square minus a square is a square. Here we have minus 6a, and then 18 minus 13 is 5. So plus 5. Now product of 5, sum of minus 6, it could be minus 1 and minus 5. We could write this as a minus 1 times a minus 5. So you get a as 1 and 5. So you get the point a as equals to 1 or a equals to 5, right? Now to find the x value, we can always substitute this value of a in the equation and find on this parabola what is y value, correct? So let me just make some room here for further calculations. So what we found here is that the value of a could be 1 or 5. Now if a equals to 1, then the parabola y equals to what? Let's calculate. Y will be equals to minus 1 square plus 6 plus 5. So which is minus 1. So that gives us plus 10. And so one of the points could be, let's say Q, as 1 and 10, right? The other point we'll try with value of a equals to 5. So if a equals to 5, in that case, y will be equals to minus 5 square, which is 25, plus 6 times 5, which is 30, plus 5. So it is 35 take away 25, and that is also 10. So, yeah. So 25, and this is 35, that is also 10. So the other point, let's say R, will be 5, 10. Correct? So we get 2 points at 5 also. Let's calculate. 5 times 5 is 25, 5 square, and 30 plus 5 is 35. So indeed that is also plus 10. So we get these 2 points, right? So these 2 points will result into 2 tangents. So now let us find equation of tangent PQ. Let's say Q is 110. And the slope at this point is going to be, for a equals to 1, the slope is going to be, let's write down the slope. We know y dash is equals to minus 2a plus 6. So minus 2a plus 6. Y dash will be equals to minus 2 times a is 1 plus 6, and that gives us minus 2 plus 6 is 4. So we get a slope of 4, right? Since we have to find equation of tangents from this point, so we have slope of 4, and therefore we can write equation of this line PQ. So line PQ can be written as y equals to mx plus b, slope is 4, 4x plus b. And since the point point Q is 110, I'll substitute 1 for x, 10 for y. So we have 10 equals to 4 plus b, or b is equals to 6, right? And therefore, PQ, the tangent equation, is going to be y equals to 4x plus 6. So that is one of the equations. Now let us find the second equation, which is tangent PR. Now for this tangent, we know that the point R is 510 and slope y dash is, let's find that out, y dash will be, since a is 5 for us, we'll substitute 5 here, minus 2 times 5 plus 6, which is minus 4, right? So the equation is y equals to minus 4x plus b. Substituting 5 and 10, we get 10 equals to minus 4 times 5 plus b, or that is 30, right? Minus 20, bringing it here. And therefore, the equation is y equals to minus 4x plus 30. So that becomes the second equation of the tangent PR. So I hope with this you understand that at times you might be given a point which is not on the curve. So you are in a position to draw two tangents as in this situation, and that's the way you can find their equation. So at times it can be complicated. I'd like you to go through this solution once again. This is a very important question from test point of view. Feel free to write your comments, share my videos, and if you like and subscribe, that'd be good. Thank you and all the best.